Welcome back everyone to the channel today. How are we all doing? You have seen right. Career mode on Le Mans Ultimate is coming back. Now I know what a lot of you are thinking, but Josh, career mode doesn't exist in Le Mans Ultimate. I literally just put out an update video the other day saying that it's not coming until later on in the year. Well, viewers of the channel for a while might have seen my Drive career mode that I've done previously, where we basically tried to make our own custom career mode in Le Mans Ultimate. We have had multiple seasons. Each season we kind of iterated, brought new things in, whether it's new racetracks, the short, medium and long length races, and from feedback that I've had on what's done on the channel recently, Le Mans Ultimate seems to be something that people are quite keen to see. Obviously we do have the league racing, which is on a bit of a pause at the moment while they figure out some background stuff. So I thought I'd bring back, not my Drive, but a career mode. So where we're at with my Drive, just to have a quick little recap, is just before Christmas I had planned to start season 4. I'd done an update video on a prologue video on what the new updates were going to be in season 4, and we'd even done the first race. And basically what I wanted to try and achieve was implement some sort of balance of performance feature. So BOP is where you can change the amount of power and weight of the cars to kind of like try and balance them out, because obviously they're all very different. Now BOP is in Le Mans Ultimate, but it's strictly controlled by the devs, so you can't, I tried to like dig into the file, see if there was a way to manipulate the BOP, but there isn't. So I'd implemented a BOP point system, so if you were in a slower car such as like a BMW, you could effectively score the same amount of points for like a 5th place as a car like the Toyota, which would be in the top category. And in principle, and in theory, I thought this was a really good idea. In practice, it became very, very complicated to keep track of, which is why we only did one episode of it. Then I went off and did, sort of my off-road little series. But I wanted to bring back some sort of career mode. But due to the restrictions on what I can do in single player at the moment on LMU, we're not coming back with my Drive. What we're coming back with instead is something that has been requested quite a bit throughout the My Drive series. One of the key bits of feedback that I got off of it was it would have been nice to start off in a lower category car and kind of work our way up, almost like a Road to Glory kind of series. So that is what we're going to be doing. So I'm introducing to you today the Road to Le Mans series, where we start off in a GT3 car and have to work our way up to or through the ranks, LMP3, LMP2, up to Hypercar, and try and win the Le Mans race. Whether that be I'm not too sure how long that race will be, but we'll get up to that point later on down the road. So with this Road to Le Mans series, what I'm going to be doing is not just being a driver, but also being sort of like a team manager, or try and simulate that aspect of racing. So we're going to be effectively a privateer team joining GT3, buying a car from a manufacturer, having our own livery on it. Forewarning, I have no idea how to make custom liveries in Le Mans Ultimate, so we will be using ones off of the livery hub. If you do know how to make liveries and want to make me one, then drop a comment down below, because that would be quite cool. So we are going to be racing in the our made-up team of KGR Racing, and we are going to be starting off in the Mercedes AMG GT3 car. I thought this would be quite good because it's gives us no current ties to manufacturers later down the line. But what I want from this series is to be quite interactive with you viewers, basically. So when we start to move up the ranks, you can decide what car we go for. If we try and have a time with a manufacturer, which might help us later on down the line, but give us different requirements that we need to meet. I think that'd be quite cool for you lot to kind of mould the way that we go through this series. So up on the screen at the moment, you kind of have this simple pathway that we're going to be working through. So we're going to be starting in the Mercedes GT3 car, and then depending on performances and races, contract bonuses and whatnot that I'll make up, we will basically have to try and progress our way up the ranks to Hypercar. So as you can see, we start off in the GT3. If by the end of the first season we have £100,000, we'll be able to purchase one of the LMP3 cars. If we have 250,000, we'll be able to purchase one of the LMP2 cars. Now the restriction is to get up to Hypercar, you at least need to go in the LMP2 car and finish in the top 3 in the standings. That's something that we'll have to keep an eye on. And I've tried to make it where getting the 100,000 for an LMP3 car is a reasonable target in the first season, but something like the LMP2 car, we kind of need to win every single race that we do. So in terms of money, I'll put that up on the screen next. We have something like this. So obviously we'll be tracking a championship as well, given the points, and then to keep it nice and simple for the moment, and the prize money is effectively the points times by 1,000. So obviously £25,000 for a win, down to £1,000 for a 10th place. Nothing if you're below that. And then on the right hand side you can see manufacturer's bonus. So I've made this up, well, obviously I'll be making these up, but for Mercedes, for our GT3 initial season, each race, if we finish first we get an extra 10,000, if we finish second we get an extra 5,000, if we finish third we get an extra 2,000. So for instance, if we win every race, our race is going to be our season is going to be 6 races long. So that is 150,000 that we can win, or that we'll get just from the positions, and then we'll get a bonus of 60,000, so up to 210,000, and then the championship bonus, because we'll be finishing in the top. Well, if we finish first, obviously if we win every race, we'll get an extra 50,000, so that will push us over that £250,000 barrier to get an LMP2 car. You see, it's not easy, it's very difficult to get that LMP2 car, but for something like an LMP3 car, it's a bit more achievable during our first season. And the idea being is that when we get to kind of like a decision point, you know, maybe it's a manufacturer will help reduce the price of an LMP2 car by, you know, a certain amount. Maybe one of them will reduce it by 50 grand, maybe one of them will reduce it by 20 grand, but they'll have different manufacturer bonuses which might help us out later down the line, or give us discounts on like a Hypercar or something like that. And that is a decision that I want, you know, the viewers, you guys, to be involved in. So starting off in this first season, we are going to be doing what I'm calling the European GT Sprint Challenge. So this will be 6 rounds with a 10-minute qualifying and 20-minute race. Something just to get our eye on with the GT3 cars. Again, there's no requirement to move up to the next level, so you know, even if we have enough money, we could stay in GT3 for another season. We'll change what, you know, the championship that we're doing is effectively. Maybe we'll have 2 championships running side by side. Any ideas that you lot have, drop them down below, because I want to, like I say, get you involved in this series as much as possible. So this European GT Sprint Challenge will start off with round 1 in Silverstone, then go to Portimao, Monza, the brand new Circuit de Catalunya, which just released this week. Paul Ricard, obviously the other new ELMS track, along with Silverstone at the start. Then we'll be finishing off with Spa. There is also at the bottom, you might notice, a bonus race. So this is an invitational race, so if we finish in the top 5 in this championship, we'll be invited to this mystery race, which will be revealed later on in the season. So I hope that's all clear for you guys, what we're going to be doing, what we're going to be putting up on the channel moving forward. The first race will be out very soon. Obviously I'm hoping with these earlier races, the fact that they're a bit shorter, I can put them out quite quickly. And I hope this is an idea that you guys enjoy. You know, quite a few of the feedbacks from my drive have been, you know, it'd be nice if we had like a progression system and moved our way up. So I hope this kind of fits the bill of what you want, and I hope that we can make this a series which isn't just me making all the decisions. Hopefully we can get you lot involved as well, so I think that'd be really cool. So if you are excited for the Road to Le Mans series, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming races in the European GT Sprint Challenge for our first season. I'll see you out on track, and let's head to Le Mans.